So at first it's a lot of writing and what have you. And before you kind of learn that context, it seems kind of interesting that there's not very step-by-step directions.
And so that's been my encouragement to families is take a year, be consistent. Don't push your kid. Just go into each session with a spirit of curiosity, a spirit of wonder, and tell your kids like you're learning right alongside them.
I think it's fun that we can kind of enjoy it as a family because like other maths are just for the student. But this one, like even my teacher's learning. So it's kind of like the whole family's learning.
I literally have a degree in theoretical mathematics, and I had never heard the word specificitude, ever. I had never heard the word abscissa, ever. And so I try to just encourage people that like, it's not your experience in something like that's going to make this successful for your child. Your willingness to just sit and be consistent every day, over time, being comfortable with gleaning what you glean and leaving the rest on the table. And I've told several families, like if I could design a math curriculum and you could guarantee that the kids would progress through the levels, this is exactly what I would do. Like concept-based, increasing in level each year, but not necessarily content. Because when you boil it down, all of the math is the same. And so I would tutor kids in Calculus 1, Calc 2. They weren't having trouble with calculus. They were having trouble with the basic operations. And so it was really exciting to me to see how it was laid out. It's going to be fun. And I think that that's what the math map does, is it really focuses on, there's really only like 30 concepts in math. It was more important for us to be consistent than it was for us to have intensity with what we did every day. It was more important for us to focus on exposing our kids to the truth, beauty, and goodness that math is over like executing a certain number of problems or pages. If that's all you do for the next 5 years, your kid is going to be ready. It really was skills-based over solutions-based. So there were days that we did like a page maybe. Do you remember some of those days? Where we spent the entire hour just talking about one or two ideas that were on the page. And that took us an hour. And that's all we did.
My boys were not so great at we do XYZ and doing things in a linear way, but they've been really always been skilled at finding patterns and putting things together. So the math map was a really natural curriculum for them to be able to see the pattern and, oh, we just did this. Every time I've looked at a new CC curriculum, whether it was the foundations curriculum, the essentials, I open it up and I go, and I close it right away. So one of my goals as a challenge A director was to try to hold my family's hand from the beginning so they weren't opening it and closing it.
At the beginning, I would say, I don't understand this, but we're just going to trace it and we're going to move on. And it wasn't until yesterday, week 21, day 2, he said, hey, Mommy, this looks really easy. Do you think I could try the whole day by myself? And I said, absolutely. And I sat right beside him and he did it. Today, same thing. And this time I said, absolutely, I'm going to go take a shower. And I did. And when I came back, I checked his work. He didn't know I was checking over it. I found this. And his little artwork with the little guy going down, it just made my heart so happy. And there's times where I will be reading and probably mispronouncing some of these big concepts that I have never been invited to be a part of because we shipped math off. But now I'm trudging through pronouncing these big words, and my challenge for a student who's taking pre-calculus at a dual enrollment college class is saying, wait a minute, I just did that in my class, or we never did that before. I would say stick it out, make it a non-negotiable, make it the first subject you do in the day. Don't save it till the end, or if there's time, start at the beginning, set the clock, we do the flashcards every day, 5 minutes, and sometimes there's still some that we don't know, but sometimes we're like, oh, I know what that one is, and it's so exciting. The repetition and the perseverance and the daily habit, you're gonna see the fruit. You can't not.
Biggest thing that I've seen is when people realize you're not supposed to get it right now, that it's still this long game. And then once I've been able to talk to them, we didn't see the fruit of learning Latin early, but now we do, now that we're putting it together. And once they grasped that we're looking for these patterns and we're just working through it, and it's this long process, there was again, that idea of just that resting in it.
So that's kind of what I would say to parents who just don't want to learn it is, well, don't. Just do it with your kid and learn what you can learn and learn alongside them. But what ends up happening is that there's something that sparks that kid's interest, and then they get excited about it. And then now the mom's excited because they've never seen their kid excited about math. If you yourself are not willing to learn something new, why is it important to you that your child would learn how to learn something new?
I'm about to graduate a Challenge 4, and we trusted the process, and the fruit is beautiful. For us, the fruit at week 21, day 2, where it clicked in, beautiful. The fruit of my Challenge 1 and the fruit that's coming from my Challenge 4 is priceless. And I just say, don't stop. It's worth it.